Following post-election protests, the presidential candidate for Paraguay, Cubas, was arrested. Paraguay Cubas was taken into custody for disturbing the peace while live streaming on Facebook. Following public protests that cast doubt on the validity of the election outcome, the National Police of Paraguay apprehended a far-right contender who placed third in the presidential race. On Friday, authorities took lawyer and politician Paraguay Cubas into custody and confirmed his arrest through social media. They stated that Cubas was being detained as a preventative measure following an order from the Attorney General's office. In the late afternoon, precisely at 4:30 p.m. local time, 20:30 GMT, the authorities apprehended Cubas at a hotel located in San Lorenzo, a city adjacent to the capital, Asunción. Police Commissioner Gilberto Fleitas, in a post-arrest radio interview, alleged that Cubas had committed multiple crimes, including disturbing public order. The National Crusade Party's populist leader and former senator, Cubas, put in a formidable performance in the recent presidential elections, garnering 23% of the vote. Although he came in third, his tally was surpassed only by Efrain Alegre, who secured 27.5%, and the victorious Santiago Peña, who won a commanding 43% of the votes. Following the results, Cubas has taken to social media to dispute the outcome. Labeling the leaders of Peña's conservative Colorado party as thieves, he accused the election of being tainted with fraud. Despite allegations of voting inaccuracies, both Paraguay's election authorities and the Organization of American States, OAS, have confirmed the legitimacy of the election results. According to a statement made by Carlos Lubetic, a spokesperson for the Electoral Tribunal, there is no chance of fraudulent activity. He added that the election's outcome represents the will of the people, regardless of whether it pleases everyone or not. Despite the ongoing political campaign, Asunción and various other regions of the nation were rife with protesters. Campaign billboards featuring Peña were vandalized, and roadblocks were set up by burning tires. On Monday, outside the election authorities' headquarters, a group of demonstrators hurled stones at the police, who countered with barricades and rubber bullets. Alegre, who came in second place as a centre-left candidate, quickly took to social media to demand a manual recount of the vote and an independent international audit. In a recent tweet, Alegre called for transparency in the election process, demanding the inspection and opening of all records. Alegre reasoned that the public's lack of trust in an election result they believe to be illegitimate can only be alleviated by comprehensive scrutiny. He further questioned the motivation behind the reluctance to allow citizens access to information, asking why there is so much fear surrounding this issue. Following the detainment of Cubas, he publicly declared his backing for the far-right politician's release, stating, "We urge for the liberation of Paraguay Cubas and all individuals apprehended for seeking transparency." At the moment of his Friday apprehension, Cubas was utilizing Facebook Live to broadcast. Subsequently, he flaunted his handcuffs while being transported by law enforcement with the blaring sirens in the background, all captured in a live video. In a Facebook post typed entirely in capital letters, he lamented being detained and shackled like a common criminal, while actual wrongdoers continued to wield power and influence over the country. The politician from the far right had initially suggested that he would travel to Asunción to stage protests against the electoral outcomes. In preparation for these demonstrations, Commissioner Fleitas confirmed that approximately 1,500 to 1,800 officers had been stationed at the Electoral Court on Friday. However, come Friday afternoon, several supporters of Cuba planned to congregate outside the police station in Asunción, where the detained ex-candidate was held. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.